Hello, my name's Shannon. I'm originally from Fermanagh, but I live in Belfast and have done so for the past 6-7 years. I'm 27 and I'm a teacher in Marfelt, and I've done CrossFit now for about 4 to 5 years. Prior to CrossFit, would have done Gaelic and would have done bits and pieces in the gym. Didn't really follow a program, sort of winged it an awful lot of the time. Did bums and tums classes, did circuit classes. It just got really boring, to be honest, and when I sort of started looking into CrossFit, I was a wee bit overwhelmed with the whole weightlifting, strength and conditioning. I was like, oh my god, that's very technical, I probably would never be able to do that. So I messaged Jenna and I was like, look, can you sign me up? And she took me in, she had a chat with me, and we sort of went through about a 4 to 5 week training before I initially went into the classes. And I absolutely loved it. Initially I thought, this is going to be horrific, this is going to be so difficult, and she put me completely at ease. She didn't, push me too hard. You just took it at your own pace, you took it at your own level, you didn't overdo it, and the coaches were always there to encourage you and just to make sure that everything was done safely. For my first CrossFit workout, my first thought was that it was quite a gymnastic based one, so there was quite a lot of pull-ups, there was burpees involved, there was box jumps, and I think there was toes to bars as well. And I remember thinking pull-ups and toes to bar, I was like, there's no way in hell that I am going to be able to do those. And I was like, what do I do, if I can't do them? And that was sort of whenever I was introduced to the whole scaling option. And that really changed my complete perspective on CrossFit. Scaling is when you can't really do the pull-ups or you can't do the toes to bar. You do something that is similar and works the same muscles. I can't remember what I scaled to do it, but I remember JP just like, you can do this instead. I remember thinking, oh my god, that's the most I've ever pushed myself, or anyone's ever pushed me in a class before. And after that, it was completely addictive. I just loved how I felt afterwards. I felt terrible about 5 seconds after it, but the feeling afterwards to be like, wow, I actually was able to do a CrossFit workout and I was okay after it, I didn't die, which was amazing. And the whole scaling process just really opened up my eyes to actually how accessible CrossFit can be to anyone. The first couple of months in CrossFit, getting a wee bit stronger, getting a lot fitter, which CrossFit definitely helped with. Recently there, about 3-4 weeks ago, I strict pressed more than I ever had done before. And strict press was one of my weakest movements that I ever did. I think I started off maybe with an empty barbell at 15 kg. And about a couple of weeks ago, I did a 37 kg 3 rep max, which is something I never thought I'd be able to do. After I sort of implemented a 5-day per week, I did notice that I was starting to get sick a wee bit more often. And Niall taught us an awful lot about how nutrition then obviously helps with your training, and obviously then helps with your diet and your lifestyle. So after I sort of fixed my nutrition a bit, because it was not great, I sort of used to just use the gym as a way to keep off the weight because I just love food so much. But I did find after that, it implemented sort of a new mindset to be like, oh, this is actually easy to actually implement and swap out maybe the crisps for maybe some yogurt and fruit, and the chips for maybe broccoli and a bit of salad instead, to really get in your fruit and veg. And I'd say after a couple of months after that, I've been able to see such a massive difference in sort of my not getting sick essentially, and my immune system. Being a teacher, I'm around kids all the time, so I would have be sort of subjected to a lot of that a lot of the time. So fixing my nutrition, I noticed, I would say in the last year and a half, I've got sick once and it only lasted 3 days because of my nutrition, and I've been able to get back to the gym a lot quicker than I maybe previously was before. And even just a head cold 3 years ago would have floored me for about 3 weeks, whereas now I'd say about 3-4 weeks ago I had a head cold that lasted 3 days and I was 100% afterwards. In terms of achievements and goals, definitely my biggest one is probably the pull-ups and my toast bar. Christmas of last year, I remember I was sort of hitting a lot of milestones, and there was one day that I was like, do you know what, I kind of feel a bit stronger, I might just give a wee pull-up, a wee go here, and started doing some kipping pull-ups and was able to do them. And then toes to bar, only about a month ago, I would say, Tegan, it was sort of working on strength with me, and I could do one toe to bar, but I couldn't string them together. and we were doing like a lot of accessory work on strength, and I noticed then that we were doing like just warm-ups for toes to bar, and was able to string together 5 somehow, just magically. I don't really know, but obviously it's the strength that's sort of starting to stabilise and sort of see how you can go. And then there recently we did a retest last week, and within 5 minutes I'd done 47 reps the last time and done 55 reps this time toes to bar, in which case 3 years ago I couldn't even do 1 toe to bar. So that's something I'm really, really proud of and sort of excited to see where it takes me next. Most embarrassing thing? Ooh, I don't actually know what the most embarrassing thing is. Might be, there was a time, I wouldn't know if maybe it's not embarrassing enough, but there was a time that I was trying to do a pull-up or do kipping pull-ups, and one of my hands went and I completely landed flat back on the floor, and kind of wounded myself. Everyone was there to see, so yeah, it was I couldn't really react or like pretend it didn't happen, so I had to just get up and be like, yeah, I'm okay, I'm fine, and just continue on. So CrossFit is my outlet, and I know about 3 years ago or so, you know, financially wasn't in a good place, mentally wasn't in a good place, nutrition was really, really bad, and there was things that I had to give up, had to really give up on, spending on nights out, on going for, drinks or food or a lot of things, and stopped subscriptions and stuff. And even though CrossFit, the membership was a wee bit out of my budget, I literally wouldn't stop the membership, because I was like, this is my only outlet, this helps my mental health. That's how strong it was, and how much, if I don't go to CrossFit, like I just feel like I can't tackle as much throughout the day. Like if I go to the CrossFit in the mornings, I feel so much more productive in school. I'm a better person. I'm more calm. I can able to deal with sort of challenges a lot more. CrossFit is literally my mental health outlet. It is something that's kept me going in times of difficulty, and it's one thing that I'd never ever give up. And as a girl, it's something really, really hard to change your mindset on it, because growing up you just want to lose weight and be skinny, and that's sort of the main objective. But actually, like, you can't do both. You can't be strong and be really, really skinny. It's something that I've really struggled with even my body composition. Your body composition changes when you're, you become a lot stronger, and it's something maybe you do put on just a wee tiny bit of weight, but it's muscle weight. You don't look at the scales, and that's something I struggle with as a female. Watching the scales go up and being a lot stronger. It's something that I've noticed that I've had to sort of deal with. In terms of like seeing what I can do in the gym, it makes it all worthwhile, and I don't care about the scales anymore. I care about my performance and what I can do. So if anyone is sort of half thinking about doing CrossFit, like whenever I was first thinking about it, like it was just because I wanted something different. I'd done the same thing over and over again. I went to spin class and it was the same workout every week, got bored of it. Done bums and tums every week, got bored of it. And like I wouldn't have done any weightlifting, done no deadlifts, done no bench presses, nothing. Would have done burpees, would have done lunges. That was like the height of weights for me. I was all aerobic, lose weight, aerobic, lose weight. That was my goals. And like if you're feeling any way intimidated, like don't be, in terms of like how intense the workouts are, because the option of scaling is something that really opened my eyes. If you're not able to do something, there's an alternative. And if you're not able to complete the full workout, you can reduce it down so that you can complete it. If you're ever feeling intimidated, like just think, if you do something once, that's just the start of it. It's day one, of starting something new. It's gonna be scary, it's gonna be challenging, but once you do it, you never go back. Like once I came in here, like I was very daunting in my first class, like meeting everybody, but everyone was so welcome, and they're like, hi, welcome, like you're so welcome. If you have any questions, like let us know, don't be afraid to ask. And for the first couple of sessions, I did sort of just want to blend into the background and sort of not really draw attention to myself. But because everyone was so welcoming and so encouraging, it really allowed me to open up to who I really am. And obviously now, like I have such good relationships and good friendships with both coaches and the members, and it's a place that I'd never be without. And even if in future time you get older and move away, even at that, joining a new CrossFit community, it wouldn't be something that I'd be scared of anymore, because I know the clientele of people that go there and the community that it brings is just something that's so positive. So if you're feeling intimidated in any way, just go, just start the conversation with the page and say, look, I'm thinking about doing it, like, can you offer me the help? Just send the message, don't think about it, and honestly, you'll never regret it.